Hello everybody, welcome back to Eventtia's channel. In today's episode, we are going to tackle one of the initial steps when organizing an event, which is the registration process. The way you collect attendee information can make a big difference on how smooth your preparation is. Google Forms is a free and accessible tool that allows you to create a professional event registration form in minutes. In this video, I'll walk you through the process step by step, from setting up your form to sharing it with your participants, so you can start gathering the right information. So if you're interested, please keep watching.
Forms.google.com and then log in with your Google account. I'm using my professional account here. You can choose a template, but starting with a blank form will give you full control over the structure and the branding of your form. So I'm going to choose blank. Here, this is Gemini. This is Google's AI. I'm going to write a form for a corporate dinner, which is the event that I am organizing, so they can create a school structure for the form that I'd like to have, and then I can modify it considering my needs. So I'll check all the questions, see if it's relevant. I can write the suggestion. So corporate dinner RSVP, I'm going to change the title and description to dinner and an evening with Eventtia's group, which is the name of the company. You can as well then change the description. In my case, I'm going to leave it as is. Now we can start adding, removing questions. So in this case, I prefer to have first name, last name, and not full name. So I'm going to change the first and add another question and a last name. Then it's going to be put as short answer automatically, but you can change it to paragraph, multiple choice, checkpoints, etc. Now I want to make some of my questions required or not. So first name, last name, and depot would be required, as well as dietary restriction, because in this case we have a dinner, so it would be mandatory. For corporate dinner, dietary and seating preferences are worth asking up front, so you can plan catering and table. However, in this case, we're on the smaller scale, so I'm not going to ask for table sitting, but I can just show you how it could be done. So multiple choices, so you could have multiple options: table 1, table 2, table 3, or the location like the corridor, etc. Now it's time to customize our design. Check the palette icon to adjust colors, fonts, and header image. While Google Form is simple, consistent branding such as logo, event theme colors, or even a photo of the venue create a more polished impressions and aligns with the Eventtia group's corporate image. I'm going to upload my banner now. Here it is. Even if you don't have the right size, you would have the opportunity to resize it. Like in my case here, I click on done. Then I'm going to choose the colors, the different colors. So first, I'm choosing a good palette blue for the background as well. I'll check everything. I don't quite like the police, so I'm going to change it to, and then Montserrat normal for the rest. I'll check everything. If I like the branding, it looks more polished, as you can see. Now let's adjust the settings. So in the setting menu, you can automatically collect email addresses for follow-up communication, limit responsive to 1 per person to avoid duplicates, allow edits to responses in case details change. You can also customize the confirmation message to acknowledge the registration and outline steps if necessary. Then you could check in the forms default, collect emails addresses by default, only the verified ones. Questions default, you can also mark questions required, all of them required by default, rather than putting it question by question like we did previously. Now let's preview. Always preview your form to ensure it's clear and functions properly. When ready, click send to share it via email and direct link or a QR code. Now that everything works well, I'm going to publish. I can see the general access who are going to be the responder. So anyone with the link, I click on done. When the form isn't published, there is no link, so I'm going to publish my form, and then when it's published, I can check again, and I can copy the responders link. In your corporate dinner, email invitation with a direct link are common, or a call to action button, but adding a QR code to printed programs or menus can also work for an on-site sign-up.
So as you saw, Google Form is a practical choice for straightforward events, especially when the budget and simplicity are top priorities. However, as your event grows in size or complexity, you may require additional capabilities. For example, branded landing pages, automated attendee check-in, integrated ticketing and payment, attendee networking tools, or an event app for your attendees. Platforms like Eventtia offer these features in one place, helping you manage every stage of the event lifecycle. Use the right tool for the scale of your event. For small gatherings, Google Forms is perfectly adequate. For larger, multifaceted events, a dedicated event management platform can save time, reduce errors, and create a smooth experience for both you and your attendees. So if you're interested, you can check our website down below and contact us via there. Thank you so much for watching this video, and see you soon.